Somebody should invent a pen that has something on the end specifically for chewing. You know, like
Yeah, that would be
App?
awesome.
I don't know.
I
Something
used
that
to
you can
chew.
like
Yeah.
get your teeth in, and you wiggle it loose, and then you just pop it back, and then it takes you another week to wiggle it loose, and you pop it back.
You gotta kickstart that. I would be all over that because I demolish my pens.
It's like a pacifier for you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm like,
An office pacifier. Exactly what that is.
oh, I like that a lot. All right, what was I gonna? Oh, I was making a note.
We might
How
not
can
be
I
going
help?
live on Facebook because the key changed for some reason.
The key change?
Yeah, there's like a key for the live stream. So everybody out there.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I've got audio on the live feed.
I hear
Can you
audio
hear the
too.
music?
Yep.
You can hear music and I can hear us talking.
Okay, let's go switch to your tour. Let's see if we can hear that.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm a videographer and a
How do I turn
editor.
audio off
Rachel asked
on
me to show you some of the things that I use in my home office setup.
You can just
on a
use the
daily
mute
basis to
thing
know what I
on
like.
Twitch if that's how you're watching it.
So let's dive right in. I'll show you what I got. So we have a basic
Back.
office setup.
We
The
don't need
desk here
intro
is,
music. We make our own.
an uplift desk.
We'll do one of those
Mike, did
Scary
you
Pockets
hear?
videos.
Was there audio on that?
Yep.
I can hear the video.
I hear it.
Well, we're just gonna do it live again, and I'll spend some more time after this.
Do it live!
Do it live.
Alright.
So we have a basic office setup.
We don't need intro music. We make our own. I'm so smart.
Yeah, if you're gonna be watching the stream, go ahead and mute the stream. And Facebook Live, folks. Let's see if I can fix this real quick.
I am so unhelpful. Maybe you should show me. Yeah. I can't think of anything I could even do. And I had a funny thing to put down. Oh. Are we live with background music?
And your microphone, yes.
Oh, and my mic.
It's alright, we're coming up here. And I think I fixed Facebook.
Ta-da! So I did find an amazing piece of artwork that we might need for the collective that has all the SEO words in it. T-Rex, dinosaur, rainbow, puke, taste the rainbow. Doesn't that sound like something we need?
Bingo card right there.
Yeah. Oh, and watercolor. Sorry, because there's no Skittles in it. Isn't that where Taste the Rainbow comes from?
Yes.
From Skittles, right?
Yeah, yeah. T-Rex, dinosaur, rainbow, puke, taste the rainbow.
Very weird.
So does anyone have any plans to watch Tenet?
Not in theaters.
No. No. Isn't it? It's supposed to be streaming, right? Or is it only in theaters?
It'll be
thought it
on
was only-
streaming pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. It is in
Look-
theaters now, I thought.
Yeah, I think so. Who's the Chris? Is it? It's Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He did Memento too, right?
Yep.
No.
No?
No?
I thought Memento was somebody else. Maybe it was. I might be thinking something else.
He did Inception,
Yeah.
which
He
I
did Memento.
loved.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, I
Was
just
that Guy Ritchie?
Google.
I gotta watch that movie again. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Which movie?
No,
Memento.
Guy Pearce.
Oh
Guy
yeah.
Pearce. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Carrie Ann Moss.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Pantoliano.
Yeah.
Alright, we're on Facebook as well.
Okay, better. Stay. Hello, Facebook friends.
Let's give it a go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Work in Progress. Tonight, we're going to be talking about work from home gear. We're going to be talking about workspaces, just in general, what kind of our essentials are for getting work done, whether it's here at the Reno Collective or, getting a workspace set up at home. This is something for me that I kind of have almost the exact same setup at the Collective as I do at home. I accidentally just had two of the same monitors and eventually, amassed the same keyboard, mouse, all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of bring my laptop back and forth. And I think as we have all gone into the pandemic, figuring out how to get work done at home was really important. And so I think today we have the awesome opportunity to look at what Mike's setup looks like and what Ashley's setup looks like, and geek out on some fun tools. It looks like YouTube is being a little strange as well, so I'll keep working on that as we go. But let's see. Would you like to? Let's have you introduce yourself first, and then we'll go to Ashley.
Hi, I'm Mike Henderson. I have been a Reno Collective member for a while, and of course now I'm working at home, and I do video production and a little bit of web stuff here and there, and I'm also a part-time school teacher now.
Welcome to the trade, Mike.
Yeah.
Miss Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley. I'm a writer and content strategist. I think people at the Reno Collective probably know me as that weird D&D girl because I also write Dungeons and Dragons stuff. But I do have a day job where I do content strategy. I currently work from home, even though I really miss the Collective. And I'm lucky that my job has always allowed me to work from home or from the Collective, so it hasn't been too much of an adjustment. But I've definitely been updating my office over the past few months since I basically live here now, literally.
Yeah. So now I have a quick question for both of you. So Mike, for you, working from home you were always here. You were here 5 days a week, regular, 9 to 5, and then COVID. And then for Ashley, like you were saying, you've always had the chance to work from home, and you sort of did a mix, right? I mean, how much time would you say you were spending working from home before COVID, working from home and then working from the Collective?
I don't feel like I was working enough from the Collective before.
Oh.
Had I known that
Right.
we would be in a pandemic this year, I would have spent a lot more time out and about in the world. I don't know. I feel like for a while, when I first started at my job a few years ago, I was at the Collective pretty much every day. And then I switched jobs, which became a lot more inflexible. So I was mostly working from home. And then I went back to my previous job. And that flexibility gave me more opportunities to work from the Collective. So I think I was there like a couple days out of the week. Did we lose Colin? I see that his little
We lost his
I'm still here.
video.
his visual.
Oh, okay.
Lost his real face.
So I feel like a couple days out of the week I was working out of the Collective and then working from home. And it kind of always depended on like how many meetings I had. And there was a time when I was working out of the Collective where the phone rooms were in high demand. And so sometimes I had to like work around that. So when I have really meeting heavy days, then I'm usually working at home. Now I work from home too much.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin, we see your avatar. Uh-oh.
Just fixing YouTube.
Oh no, there he
We're
is.
good.
Oh, awesome! Yay!
He's back.
I think this is why in the future we're gonna start going live even earlier, just because we're gonna keep getting earlier and earlier.
We can do it.
I think we're live now. Awesome. So what I want to do
YouTube.
is actually we have both Mike and Ashley recorded videos of their setup. So what we can do is pop over to those and watch those. And then when those are done, we can kind of pick apart each one and just talk about certain things. If anyone has any questions in chat, I think right now, if you have a chance to, Twitch is working the most reliably. Everything else, I don't know what the heck's going on. I do have.
Wait a minute, we're on Twitch?
Twitch is up.
Yeah.
Facebook's
Yep.
up.
Do I have to take my shirt off?
No, prefer you to keep it
We got to get you playing some StarCraft, Mike. Maybe some Fortnite, some Minecraft. And yeah, technical issues abound apparently when you're trying to stream across all the different things. So
Someone should create an app.
I mean, using too many apps right now. I think that's part of the problem.
A single one. One app to rule them all,
Yes.
right? Okay. I got my reference.
So let's do Mike's first, and then we'll chat about it a little bit. And then I think, unfortunately for YouTube, what we'll try to do is export the Twitch video and upload it to YouTube if this doesn't end up streaming. But I'm seeing that something's happening on YouTube, so we'll just keep going forward. Let's cut over here. I do not know if your mics will be working on this video or not, so if you guys want to mute yourselves, and if you want to watch the video, just pop on to Twitch and we can watch it and then cover it after that. So 3, 2, 1, we're going to Mike.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm a videographer and a video editor, and Rachel asked me to show you some of the things that I use in my home office setup on a daily basis, tell you what I like and what I don't like. So let's dive right in. I'll show you what I got. So we have a basic office setup. The desk here is an uplift desk with settings. I bought this from Nathan Spindell when we shared an office, and it works great. I don't have any complaints about it. The top is the same IKEA top that everybody has at the collective, and it's great. Don't have any complaints about that. I have under the desk my little rolly cart from the collective, which the desk and the cart I actually purchased when I moved out before I moved back in a while ago. So these are mine. I haven't stolen them. Under here I've got 3 RAID arrays from Otherworld Computing. There's 2 9 terabytes and 1 20 terabyte, and then some boxes. Those little cable boxes are from Blue Lounge. They have power strips in them and cables all run in there. It makes things a lot cleaner. It's still kind of a mess, but it's cleaner than it would be. The computer setup I have, this is a iMac Pro and then an HP Z27 monitor next to it. I've got that all sitting on a piece of plywood. I wanted to just raise it up a little bit, and then I can run my cables underneath it. And then so it's just raised up. I don't know if you can see, there's a couple of rubber feet on the end right here that hold it up. That's actually really nice to have the cables run underneath it. It's a little more convenient than not having them. Let's see, I've got a Belkin USB 3 drive. That kind of actually sucks because it disconnects and reconnects all the time. I've got light. This is just a little simple LED light that you can change the colors on. I don't remember where it came from. Amazon, I think. Ultimate Ears boom box that connects to my phone. I've had these Bose speakers. There's one on that side too for quite a while, and they sound great. So I'm not going to get rid of them. I've got a little Shuttle Express for scrubbing through video footage and audio footage or whatever. This, you probably noticed this thing. This is this weird little desk thing. I can write on it with dry erase markers and erase with them, but helps me keep track of what I have to do. Your phone can actually rest right there, and I use that to keep track of my timers and stuff while I'm working. Over here I've got my Sony reference headphones. These are cheap and pretty good. And then if I need to record anything, I've got a microphone here
and my Zoom H4. For sitting, I just have this stool, which is a really old government style office stool with a purple pad on it. It's kind of a bad setup. I don't really like it, but at least it's not horribly uncomfortable. I also have a yoga mat in here, not for doing yoga, but for doing like body weight exercises and stuff, as well as these body weight or body elastic band things, and then they kind of hook behind the door there, and you can do exercises and stuff in your office. So that's cool. And then in my little closet here, I've got all of my video stuff sort of just thrown in here. This is not awesome, but it's what I'm living with right now.
Awesome. A little bit of a delay there. I think we're back.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
Oh,
No, I just don't know how to control things. I'm like,
I think we're good.
wait,
Yes.
here,
The stream looks good.
That was good.
everything looks good. I just don't know how to control things. Can't turn.
Oh, do you have the stream open as well?
Someone's
Yeah, you just have to
typing.
mute it. Yeah.
I'll just mute it. There we go. All right. So I guess what's your favorite piece that's in front of you right now, Mike? If there's like something that if you were to go set up an office or come back here, what would you be taking with you?
Honestly, I really like this little dry erase tablet on the thing here. I end up using this quite a bit. I barely have enough space. I don't know if you can't really see it, but I barely have enough space with it here. But it is very handy to be able to write stuff and write little checklists, and it's a lot better than having a piece of paper, because then you waste the paper. And I've pretty much abandoned Trello for this. I have like, when I'm really into a project, I have like a lot more notes than I have today, but it's got like stuff I need to do on a weekly basis, daily basis, and quick checklists and stuff. So that's my favorite new piece of equipment here.
That is very cool. So where did that come from?
Fluid
Amazon?
Stance.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the product is called. I think Fluid Stance they make like these little balance boards that you stand on for standing desks.
Yeah, I was looking at getting one of those.
Yeah, so this is from them. It doesn't, obviously you don't stand on it, but it's pretty nice. I think you need a bottle of dry erase fluid, and then I have like several markers of different colors, and the kids take them, so this is all I have right now. But it is nice. I like the plywood that I have the monitor sitting on, so because I have my little shuttle express comes out from underneath there, and then my iPhone cable can come out from underneath there, and if you have any other peripheral cables, you can run them down and under. And because I have the stand-up desk, I can get the monitors at whatever height I want, and my stool actually goes up and down. And then I guess I didn't mention it, it's in the video, but I have a little thing to put my feet on down there. And I was using a skateboard for a while, but my wife found this at somewhere and brought it over. It's like purpose built for it. It's just a piece of melamine board.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, very smart. The plywood, Colin had described it before, and I thought it was hiding a hole. But like you had one of those holes to put things down, you were hiding it. But that's actually very clever. So you got those little rubber feet, and they're just tall enough for wires and such. Yeah, that's really clever. Well done. Yeah, you get an A on this assignment, Mike.
Well, now that you mentioned, I could, if I needed to, I could drill a hole in there, like if I wanted to put a power cable down. But as it is, it's big enough. It's probably big enough to put a power cable all the way through and down. You'd have to like lift it up. But because it's not part of the desk, you can just lift it up and get something under it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Very clever. I also liked the Ultimate in IKEA Fashions, the sheepskin that's over in the corner. Yeah.
So
Perfect.
This office was my wife's office for a while. So for a while there was a desk here, and then there's like a shelf and desk system over here that was the kids had their desks there. And when neither of us worked at home, then it was just like a home office that we'd use every once in a while. And so, she decorated this to the home decor. So there's like a little, it's like a cardboard mount up there, some pictures and stuff. It all looks really nice. It's not obviously the way I would do it if it were my office. But at some point we're gonna redo this, and we're stuck with homeschooling at home, remote learning for a while now. So we're probably gonna make a better office for the kids out there and make this a more reasonable office for me in here, so that I could get work done more effectively. But for now, it has everything I need for the most part. Working all my stuff in the closet there isn't ideal, but I don't know where to put those doors, so
Yeah.
I'm stuck with that for now.
New desktops.
Yeah.
Skinny desktops, I guess. But
Right.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, should we check out Ashley's
Mhm.
setup? All right. So I'll have all of you guys mute yourselves, and we will pop over to Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley, and I'm going to show you my workspace. This is my home office. So this is my primary setup here. I love mechanical keyboards. I'll actually show you my other one as well. So I usually alternate between the two depending on my mood. And yeah, just a 2-monitor setup. It's running off of my computer that my husband built. We technically share this workspace, although it's mostly mine. And I don't have a whole lot on my desk. I like to keep my workspace clear. This is my wireless keyboard. I have a wireless mouse. I have an Ember cup, which basically keeps your drinks warm for you, which is really cool. The Stream Deck, which I need to reprogram, but it basically just has some of my more commonly used apps that I use throughout the day. Candle, and that's pretty much it for that. Then I have a webcam and a ring light. I used to do a show on Twitch where I use my ring light more often, but I don't really use it that much anymore. But I use my webcam pretty much every day for work meetings and whatnot. And then I have my microphone, so I can move this around depending on where I'm sitting. I actually just started to redo my office, so that's why there's some unfinished paint here that I'm finishing this weekend. But for the most part, this is what this looks like. And I also have a secondary workstation, which is my little standing desk area. This is a library cabinet that I got at a consignment store that I actually refinished. It used to be like a mustard yellow color. Then I put this marble contact paper on it. And yeah, it just has some of my kind of knick-knacky things. I try to keep it pretty minimalistic. There's my bullet journal that I use every day, and my camera that I guess I could be using to film this instead, but we're just gonna go with it. And then my laptop and my iPad. And that's pretty much it. I like keeping my office pretty minimalistic. On that wall over there, I'm going to put a pegboard sometime soon to put a few more things. I don't like to have a lot of things on the surface of my desk just because it helps me concentrate to keep it clear. Excuse me. And then I do have another kind of area over here that's like a TV. That area is kind of unfinished. Sometimes that's where my husband hangs out if we're in the office together. And that's pretty much it. Thanks.
All right, we're back.
I
need
love
one.
that you need to unclutter more. This space is unfinished. It has two things on the surface.
It's very pretty.
It is.
I like
Yeah,
your
I'm
dust
very.
mat.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So that was something that, so I watch a lot of like YouTube channels that show off people's like setups. And I didn't really know about like desk mats until like really the past couple of years. And I just love how they kind of contain all of your peripherals, which is really nice. And you just kind of have like everything you need like in a mat. But I'm very clutterphobic. So I can't think when there's like stuff all over my desk. It just like makes me very distracted and I don't like it. So I'm always like moving things around and decluttering more. And it's not so much that the area is like super cluttered. It's just, you could just see more of my unfinished paint job, which I'm finishing this weekend because I was telling Rachel that I decided to redo my office right before we filmed this, right before I was supposed to give you a tour of my office. So not really anything else is changing too much. I'm just painting like the accent wall a darker color. We're putting up some cool like sound foam, a cool track light, and that's pretty much it. Probably some more art on the wall behind me, but nothing like layout wise will change. So that'll be pretty much the same.
Nice. So you do a lot of writing.
Yes.
Are you going to be doing more video work or voice work, sound work with the sound foam and the microphone that you have set up for? Are you going to be doing more of that now?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm always trying to make my audio better. Both for my day job, I run a lot of webinars, and so it's important for me to have good audio and video. And then I, through my D&D work, I'm invited a lot on podcasts, so I record at least a podcast a week. So whatever I can do to make my audio like as good as possible is always nice. So I'm just always kind of like making upgrades, and I don't love audio engineering. I feel like my brain like tunes out when it comes to things like that. So I would say that's more my husband Andrew's area of knowledge and expertise. So he helps me a lot to figure out what I could do to make that better. But also just like with the soundproofing, it's both good for audio, but also has a cool aesthetic as well, because what we got is like kind of this cool, like 3-dimensional architectural, paneling. Mm-hmm. And when it's against like a dark wall, it's going to look really cool and kind of just have a cool like general aesthetic. So it's both form and function, although I prefer form and my husband prefers function because he's an engineer. So yeah, I mean, I think it's good for my various professional obligations to have a good recording setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some of the form and function, those panels that we've got in one of the conference rooms downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got the panels that look nice, and then we have rolls and rolls of denim insulation, which is usually used in houses, but it has a really high R rating for both heat and sound. So we're looking at ways to actually create like bigger structures that go in some of the bigger rooms that are really echoey. Because like if you're on something you don't want to be, like in the room I'm in, this was purpose built to not echo. But then some of the rooms that we have in our space, we removed everything, like including the carpet, and so now it's just like an echoey box. And so I think playing around with that stuff is fun, and it's very easy to spend a lot on that. There's a lot of really high-end interior design, like acoustic foams and things like that, but you don't need to spend a lot for it, which is also nice.
We went a more inexpensive route, but we emulated the style of some of the more expensive options because there's a lot of really cool ones, especially for bigger buildings and more commercial areas. But I don't know, why not have some cool things in your own home space if you can make it work. I like to look at expensive things for inspiration and then find much cheaper options to implement into my own home.
Yes. I totally agree on that one. Wow. Yeah, it's very interesting how unique your spaces are. But Mike, knowing you, I also get the impression you would like more streamlined, hence having the cords go under the plywood and such. But whether it's possible or not. But yeah, I would say my aesthetic is definitely right there with Ashley's, but my like what it ends up looking like, because I also have small kids.
Expectation versus reality.
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
a challenge to keep stuff straight, and then like I have this black desk, and if Colin will understand, like if you've got a beard, and you're like, then you've got beard hair all over your desk and clean it up. Kind of gross, but
that reminds me, I forgot to take the cat hair off my shirt. Hopefully it doesn't come through.
I know
can
I
see it.
realized there was a little bit of cat hair on my desk, even though I wiped it down right before I filmed, but I still
Yeah.
noticed like little bits. And I'm like, I hate that because
perpetual. It's
I know it's like it
perpetual.
never goes away. My cat wasn't even in the office, and I like, despite my best efforts of giving everything a nice wipe down before I filmed, stuff still made it through. So I guess that's just an authentic look at
Yes, there you go. Yes, yes,
You just need to
exactly.
get a desk that made of faux cat hair.
Yeah, it'll just
More
blend.
IKEA
that could
rugs.
solve a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Fuzzy
IKEA
desk.
rugs.
The IKEA
Yes.
rugs. I
Think that would
actually
work?
just got some these little legs from IKEA that are meant for furniture. That we'll post a link in the show notes. But there's a really popular Instagram workspace setup, which is from Ugmonk. If you've been on Instagram, you've probably seen this desk setup. And he made his custom desk stand, so I got enough legs to make two of them, one for here and one for home. So I'm gonna go to Mastercraft Lumber and go get a nice piece of like walnut or something, and then mount that. Mostly because like even now I'm at a standing desk, but I mean I even find myself scrunching down a little bit because the monitor needs to be a little bit higher, and it gives you a spot to put some little desk toys or fidget things on your desk, so you can kind of set the space up. So I'm excited. I think that's going to be a weekend project coming up here.
It's nice. I don't know that I
Nice.
could have my monitor up that much higher though.
Well, what computer are you using? Like I guess for mine,
I'm
it's
using
just
an iMac, so
yeah, the iMac is a little bit higher than the one that I'm using.
I guess I could. I guess you know what, that would be nice. Like eventually, I'm going to switch back to a MacBook, and I might experiment with having the monitor high and then the computer down low. So do the stacked design. So I mean, right now I'm looking like that.
Yeah.
Because it's got a lot of real estate here. But go back to looking up and down. It might make things easier, and that certainly that setup would work for that.
Yeah, I think
So
there's definitely like something about the, I guess, aspiration of having a nice workspace, but at the same time, like if it looks perfect and no work's done at it, then what's the point?
Right.
There's a lot of programming Instagrams that I follow that when you really look at them, it's very little content around programming and just a lot of really pretty desks
yeah,
and like very pretty computers, people having these awesome setups. And I think there's an aspirational component to it, right? Some people want to build a PC to do streaming, or I took a picture of this setup while we were watching some of the videos because I honestly don't want any more computers in this room.
it's too hot.
Using two computers right now and having way too many apps open, but figuring out how to streamline that so you can get more work done and not worry about this. It'd be nice to start the stream by just hitting a single button and it goes out everywhere we want, and not have to worry about setting up, routing audio channels and stuff like that. But we'll get there. We'll figure out how to make that easier. And
If only you were working in a professional recording studio.
if only,
Right?
And we're doing this for ourselves so that we can figure out what people would need if they were going to use
Yes.
this as that. So the room I'm in right now, we're looking at turning it into like a live stream studio, and then Rachel's in the podcast studio, and really getting these all outfitted with that stuff so that, eventually I'd love to see the green and pink foam that's behind Rachel go away and do something a little more modern with that, and just really outfit these into, a more modern space. So for those of you who are watching and don't know, we're in what used to be a recording studio. It used to be called Granny's Recording Studio, and a bunch of people recorded here in the past. Ozzy Osbourne, Eminem.
Milli Vanilli.
So
Milli Vanilli, Robin Fab.
So Robin Fab, yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, Chronic 2001 was recorded here. So just a lot of cool history here, and a lot of artists have come through just to kind of get a tour of it now that they know that we're inhabiting it now. But I think bringing some of that back to life would be
Hey,
nice,
Bowie.
so.
We have a
That's
special
unlike my
guest.
platform.
Yeah.
This is work from home, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap it up with Ashley. Do you have anything you want to plug, or just kind of end the show with where we can
Ooh.
find you?
Yeah.
You can find me at my website, which is scribemind.com, just the word scribe, mind, smushed together.com. And that's where I share my writing and sometimes research related projects. And I did not get to talk much about my love for mechanical keyboards, but I definitely recommend that if you type a lot, that you should invest in an awesome mechanical keyboard and trick it out and customize it, because they're a lot of fun. And that's been one of my favorite things to add to my setup, is some fun mechanical keyboard setups. So yeah, might as well make your workspace fun and custom to you.
We might have to get you back on a future mechanical keyboard episode for sure.
Yep.
Yes.
I love the mechanical keyboard for the mood. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of how I operate in general, is that I design things based off of my mood. And so I like keeping my workspace fairly neutral so that I can switch things out as my interest or aesthetic changes. But I don't have to like feel like I need to totally redo my space every time I have a new design whim. So that's kind of my philosophy toward designing my house in general.
Are you guys going to put hue lights in the track lighting?
You know we are. So typically we don't, and this is like one of my husband's like automation hacks, because he's like an automation pro. Normally we just use automated switches rather than light bulbs, because light bulbs can be really expensive, like Hughes light bulbs. But here in the office, it'll just work better to have a couple of Hughes light bulbs. So we're going to put those in the track lighting and have like a cool custom setup for that. So should be cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
How about you, Mike? Where can people find you and your video work?
Video work, my business is called Arborglyph, and the website is arborglyphltd.com. That's where all my professional stuff is. My side hustle is a YouTube channel called All Terrain Family, and any social media stuff I have is usually done through that. I don't do a whole lot of social media stuff professionally, but you can check that out on YouTube and Instagram.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Well, that was another episode.
Yay. We did it.
We did it.
Are we out, or are we still hot?
Still hot.
Still
That's
hot.
fine.
We're always hot.
We're not saying anything that can't be said publicly.
No, no. There might even be some background music.
There we go.
Yes, and I promise to create those show notes.
This is the after show, so everyone gets to kind of
Yes.
Ooh,
This is the after show.
exclusive.
This is the part in the Zoom call where you all look at each other awkwardly while you're trying to hang up.
Yeah.
Instead of
When can we
just
stop
hanging up.
talking?
Yeah. When can I move my face? Because I just want to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reality of 2020.
Yeah. Oh, the new Zoom.